Hello again, this is Lazouche Custom Shop here. Right, this is part 2 of my ongoing series of a custom build project where we turn a standard Marui 1911A1 into this, which is the LA Vickers tactical pistol. Now then, in the last video it was just literally to give you a rough outline as to what I'd be doing. In this one we're going to concentrate on the slide itself. But before I do that, I'm just going to show you where I've highlighted the areas that we're going to work on in order to turn this pistol into the Nighthawk. Namely, cutting in a new rear sight, doing a new foresight, forward cocking serrations, the beveling off or rounding off of the tangs on the frame ready to accept the extended beaver tail, load and flared ejection port, and of course the bullet cutouts on the front chin cutouts of the slide. Okay, let's put that out to one side. Now, as the old saying goes, here's one I started earlier. As you can see, on my previous video I mentioned cutting in the rear sight, doing the forward cocking serrations, the forward sight as well. The forward sight I've now sprayed black, that's now all ready to go. I hadn't done the rear sight, but as you can see I've now cut it in. Now the easiest way to explain how I did this was to actually show you the tools that I used. As you can see, it's just a cheap everyday hacksaw which you can pick up at any DIY store. Make sure it's got a finer metal blade on it, i.e. for cutting metal. Then all I did was marked on using the 4.3 rear sight, which is what I'm going to be fitting, as a marking tool. So you just line it up on the back edge of the slide, mark on with a white pen as per what I'd done to that. So as you can see, I've marked on with a white pen exactly where I'm going to cut. Once you've done that, put one cut down at the correct angle that way, then one cut down an angle that way. You can go straight down if you wish and then just cut in with needle files, which I use these, which is a triangular needle file and a slight flat needle file. You can also use rounded ones as well in order to get into those areas. The back edge you just literally grind off or cut off, whatever. I cut down first using that at an angle. I just cut down straight down and then ground off using this, which is a large metal file, and just ground it down, which left me with a sight fitting. Now as I went, to make sure that I didn't grind out too much or file down too much of the notch, keep test fitting as you go, just keep testing. Best way is to, once you've got it in where you think you need it, is to get your finger up inside the slide, push against the underside of the sight and slot it in, and there you go, it's in position. Line it up with your foresight. I mean, I can't with this one because I've got tape on there, but when I was doing it, just make sure that it lines up. What you don't want is a out of line alignment sight. So just line it up, make sure it stays in position when you're doing it, and there you are, one rear sight fitted, all systems go, ready to be fitted and screwed into the blowback housing. Okay, I'm going to take that out just in case it falls off. Moving on, the next thing is to cut in for the forward cocking serrations. Now the easiest way to do this is again using your hacksaw. Now you can measure it if you wish to by putting tape across and tape across here and making sure it's all exact. By all means, go ahead if you want to do that. I mean, if it saves you time and you feel that your own eye measurement is not good enough, then by all means go ahead and do it. Masking tape, I use that a hell of a lot. Again, you can pick it up at any DIY store or decorating store, whatever. Use that, best stuff. As you can see, it sticks to this no problem. It doesn't take the paint off afterwards, so it's perfect. Okay, now the reason why I've got this piece stuck on here is to make sure that when I actually cut into the slide, like I've done here, I don't know if you can just make that out, I don't want to go too high into the rounded part, the top part of the slide, because as you can see the rear ones do extend up slightly by about a couple of mil, so I want to make sure that I don't cut too much up into the top there. So what I do is get my hacksaw. Now going by the picture on here, as you can see the cocking serrations, now fair enough these ones are slanted, I'm having to go with what I've got in order to match up with the rear ones, so they're going to have to be straight. Doesn't matter, I mean remember this is only to look like the pistol, it doesn't have to be any identical replica. So what I do is I notice where the bullet cutouts are in the chins on the front of the slide, they are dead in line with where the cutout starts. So there you go, dead in line with where the cutout starts. Get your saw, place it on, get your thumb to rest against the edge of the saw to make sure that it stays nice and flat, push down as well and gently draw back and forth. Alright, and that's literally all you've got to do. And then as I say, you wind up cutting into the slide. Now then, here's what I've done previously on the other side. I've gone forward so far, I don't want to go any further forward than that. 9 times out of 10 the rear cocking serrations are slightly longer than the fore ones, so I've gone roughly what I go with the picture and only gone as far as there. Now then, the reason why I've done this is because what you need to do next, in order to match up with these rear ones, as you can see, well I don't know if you can see actually, but the rear ones have got a slant on them. You'll notice if you've got this pistol in front of you, they've got a slant towards the rear of the slide. So what you want to do is do the same sort of design. So what I've done is, as I've cut those lines in, I then, using a scalpel, and making sure that I don't cut my fingers when I'm doing it, is literally the, I don't know if you can really see it on here, but the opposing lines. So in other words, where I've got two lines next to one another, the rear portion of that line, so if you can see on there, that is the fore line there, that's the last of the cutouts that I've done. There's the second cutout line. That second cutout line, inboard of that, I want to just literally take that edge off. So in other words, you're making the slant go down that way, so you cut down on that angle. So that way, once you've cut that off, you then get your triangular needle file, making sure that this edge of the file, or one edge at least, looking towards the back of the slide, is upright to the eye. So you're looking down on it and it's dead upright. Then begin your filing. Then move across to the next line, begin your filing. Move across to the next line, begin your filing. And what you should end up with is a pretty much good replica as to the cutouts on the serrations on the rear. Alright, and just keep going along. Doesn't matter if it looks a bit scruffy now, doesn't matter. Just keep going. Same with the other side, do the other side as well. Keep going. If it looks rough, doesn't matter, because eventually what you'll do is sand it down as much as you can using the files, and then afterwards, to get rid of all the trash and the dirt and dust, just use the brush, usually a stiff head brush, badger head brush will do, and just brush it all out. Once you've got that out, then you can give a light dusting afterwards with matte black spray, and that's it. It should come up okay then. So that's how you do your forward cocking serrations. The bullet cutouts I mentioned previously in the other video, they were done using a Dremel, using the white filler putty that I've spoke about previously, and then again sprayed in. You can do it all, you can do the spraying in one go if you want at the end. I just find it easier to work on a pistol, on a slide, when it's black, so you can see the detail a bit better. Same goes with the lowered and flared ejection port. It's just literally ground out, sanded down, and then resprayed to make it look okay. Same will go for the rear sight cutout as well. I'll spray that as well. Okay, that's pretty much it for now. The only other thing is, if you're going to be using a high capper slide, you're going to have to cut in for the barrel bushing notch, which if you do want to do that, you can do. I've mentioned how to do that on a previous video, so I won't bother with this one. But there we are. That's literally the first part, or second part I should say, of how to customise a 1911 slide. Okay, this is Lazouche Custom Shop signing off for now. Stay tuned.